Hello and welcome to Secret Agent Agency, where we will send you to a communist world where you have health care. My name is Kevin, and joining me is Jihun. Are you out there?
I'm here and I don't have the Disney Plus. I'm not subscribed to Disney Plus, so I'm okay with the lawsuit.
Okay, and Andrew's also here.
Hey there, my favorite movie is Swindler's Lisp.
That's the
I didn't
best.
actually watch any of that, by the way.
Dude, we all just came out of the game with fucking bangers. I'm so proud of us.
So I mean, granted, yeah, sometimes I do try to force it. It's like so awkward, but we had a good one this time. Someone synced.
And we're playing Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward, and it's good that everyone's going to have health insurance because our boys are uninsurable. They really need it, but there's no way. No one in their right mind would insure our. No one in their right mind would insure our people.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. So last time round we got Dio's ending, and figured out some other stuff. Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah. I was gonna mention that we had some theories we were kind of throwing around. I'm kind of inclined to agree with you thus far, Kevin, with what your thoughts were.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't recall if our theory talk made it into the video version. That's on YouTube. I don't remember. And that's probably for the best, because if I'm right, and I think I'm right, I think I spoiled a lot of game.
Well, I mean, we're
just
still
from my
learning.
Theories. We're still learning, but I feel like I had some pretty juicy theories that were really close. Let's see. All right. So we're going to take this left path here, which Jihun has warned me last time was long. And then we're going to go up here and go through as much of this as we can.
Yep. You're working left or right.
Mm-hmm.
I think our first block that we have there requires us to figure out how to remove the bracelet, right? There was a situation. I reviewed the video, so I know for sure.
Okay. I reviewed them, but I reviewed them Monday, so it's not so helpful.
All right, this time we're buddy. We're saying ally.
With Tamilti.
We're not gonna get tricked by Clover.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right.
I'll listen to anything you have to say. I'm listening.
Could you pick betray for me?
Oh, the seduction is working. Or is it not working?
Tackle you, but you're so big and strong. You'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
Hey yo.
Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back. If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Anything?
Yep, anything. So think carefully, okay? If you choose ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses betray, it's all over.
Huh? Are you really sure you can trust that old fart?
Hey now, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick betray.
But if he chooses ally and we
then
don't...
I'll have 9 BP. But you don't need to worry about that. Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean,
that was a lot, by the way.
I have 9 points yet, and I can't leave her behind.
Well, at this point, we know that she's working with Alice, and Alice is dead at this point.
20 seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
The voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Temyoji and pick ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and And
If you just pick betray
Will you be
from
successfully
me,
charmed?
I'll listen to anything you say.
in the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Ally!
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
All right, new content. Here we go.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2.
I think
of
everyone
the
else
Ambidex
betrayed
game
and allied
will
in the last
now
one.
be displayed. Please
We bucked the
direct
trend, though.
your attention to the results screen.
Oh. I misremembered.
Fi and Luna are in a bad spot.
Dio just tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
We
Well,
sorted
we
out his
know
deal.
Dio's deal. Yeah.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Well, it seems like I made the right choice.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out.
I
Thanks.
could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma. And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said. Oh well, whatever.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Across the room, Dio and Fi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Oh, don't give me that. You know exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Yes, we did indeed enter together.
Alice is
When the
alive.
doors opened,
Oh,
however,
wow,
she
man.
moved somewhat unsteadily in the direction of the cyan door.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed,
Without even checking the results?
correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally? Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Where did Alice run off to?
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well.
Oh, maybe
I guess
she
that
got
makes sense.
the virus? An ominous rumble filled the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want.
That means the star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Huh? It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pair, and Phi's a magenta pair, but Temyoji's a yellow pair.
The 3 solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? I think they're going to be white this time.
Ah, yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them then too, Phi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah, so lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time?
She always explains it.
Yeah, Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Tenmyoji, yellow, and me, blue, would form one group. Phi, magenta, and Dio, green, would form another group. Clover, cyan, and K, red, would form the third.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan, right?
Right.
Alright, what now? I've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Yeah, about an hour it looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door.
Do I really need to say it?
The infirmary, right? You're going to go check on Quark.
Yeah.
He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. That left only 3 of us, Dio, K, and myself. What are you guys going to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink. You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me? I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
Ah, right, of course. My bad. Well, I'm out. Later.
With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off towards the magenta door. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further. There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay, you don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
Yeah, we got enough of that in another run.
Yeah. Their conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it. Alright. What should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Of course. I need to get the rest of that story out of Tenmyoji. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before I set off at a dead run down the hallway and towards the infirmary. Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was, Tenmyoji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? I must have made some small noise, because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why were you hiding?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the
The
rest.
rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording
I
about
don't have
it.
any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal. But you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, alright? You remember so much you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know?
Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you?
Oh, boys, here we go.
You sure you want that?
Hell
Hey,
yeah!
Come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Before I could, Phi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is...
Oh, great.
Look, just come with me, all right? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Yep.
Wonder what could happen with Alice.
Without waiting for a response, Phi spun around and ran back out of the room. We need to fucking weld the number 2 door shut. So many people just die in there all the time. Temyoji and I exchanged a quick, confused look, and then leapt up and took off after her.
It's always at least Alice.
Come on now, let's try to stay alive.
As I said, uninsurable.
Now, the question is, does she have a Disney Plus subscription?
Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. I like that the game describes the same thing multiple ways depending on which route you're on.
Mm-hmm.
It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last, I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No, it's not true. Why? Oh, it's the scalpel. It's not the army knife.
Oh yeah, the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons, yeah. Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Game's participants, except, of course, for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they would answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me!
Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed.
Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see.
I see.
get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't
Oh
just
shit,
one
she's onto
killer.
us.
It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7,
We love countdowns in this game.
Clover!
It's gonna bring the axe.
5, 4, Clover! 3, 2, 1!
Jihun, what the fuck?
Oh. No, I thought there was no blood on that thing. My bad.
Had to somehow prove.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I know. Okay. I had to remember for something. Yeah, because there's a clue on the different timeline. There's a clue on why they reveals the who killed Alice from different.
Well, let's say it here.
Yeah. Lock number 2.
Is there proof it wasn't murder?
Yeah, and I think I know what that's about. Because it seemed like she got infected by the virus before. We know what the deal is with the virus, right?
We as a player know, yes.
Yeah. The virus makes you commit suicide somehow.
Yeah.
So is she just is she killing herself every run then? She just
No.
has her piece that together?
I feel like
At
she
least
definitely
this one?
killed herself in this route.
Okay.
Yes.
Because she was described as like kind of lumbering out of the
Mhm.
door, not feeling well, stuff like that, and then suddenly she was dead with the
Also-
knife in her.
Someone snagged the scalpel from Quark. That may have been her. So she may have had it on her the whole time after that event. But anyway,
Yeah. All right. Back up here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll
Oh,
just
color
choose
the
whatever's not grayed out. Clover and I were a pair. That meant that I had to choose one of the 3 solos.
Fuck yeah.
Quark
So what-
time.
I say Quark. I really don't want to deal with Dio anymore. If both of these lead to the same place, I'd rather have Quark.
Let's go Quark, yeah.
I want to take Quark and go through the green door. So, option C, I
No.
guess. No!
I don't think so. Were you even listening?
Oh, there was a pairing
I'm not
that
gonna
they didn't
pair
want
with
to.
Oh.
Tenmyoji.
We forgot how color
Means
works.
option C is out of the question.
We have to go with Dio.
Option C is a no-go. You'll have to kill me before I'll go anywhere with Dio.
That can be arranged.
Yeah. That was that then. I might have been able to argue down one person, but two. Besides, there was no way I'd be able to overpower Kay, grab Quark, and force Clover through the green door. Fine. If you guys are that determined, I'll pick another door. I had two choices. The blue door or the red door. I went through the red door with Dio. My best friend. I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us.
Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
What do you mean, dark horse?
You okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kay, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay. I'll take good care of him, I promise.
What about Phi and Kay?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna, and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. Looks like we're all set.
Looks like everyone's happy that we're taking Dio.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That tracks. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys, hurry. The door is already closing.
I know!
With seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
All right, puzzle room. As far as I can tell, looking on the spoiler-free guide, I don't think that they ever repeat. Jihun said as much. You'll always get a different one depending on our ultimate culmination of routes.
Yeah.
Which one do we take?
Oh, I totally forgot to read that.
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
We've seen this kind of scene a bunch anyway.
End? Great.
No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh?
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets. Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine, I'll do it. Ready? Here we go!
Huh. The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed.
Laboratory.
Oh, I cannot pronounce that. DD, get out of my laboratory.
What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that Axelavir. Axelavir?
If we
Axelavir.
do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive
Shut
thinker.
it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know till we look. So let's get started. Seek a way out. Alright, boys. We got an IG replicator. What's this thing? Who knows? There's something in this tray. An empty capsule. Looks like a
Oh,
ball.
the coffee grounds.
There isn't anything in it. You think we're supposed to stick this metal part into something? Okay, we got another. One hemisphere is transparent. We got seeds! They're thin and don't have any markings.
Careful with the sowing seeds.
Just gonna put it upside down. A binder. There's some paper inside. Steps for dissecting a frog. Oh boy. A binder. Hydroponics Research 1 and 2. Okay. We got microscope. Oh, more seeds. A cylinder full of seeds. They're round. One half is colored and the other isn't. Is this a microscope? It's pitch black. 4 holes on top.
Check the screen. Or monitor thing.
It's black. There's nothing going on. Okay. Time to move around.
Yep.
How do I go forward?
Details.
Oh, I go right, I guess.
One of these rooms.
Right. Okay. So that makes me go this way. Alright, let's just click oh my god. Click stuff here, large lever. A hole. Amazing. You know what hydroponics research thing we just found? I think it said something about repairing different hydroponic fluids and how they each had a different color. You think it was talking about these?
So you have to read the manual.
Yeah. I'll get there, I just want to look at everything first. Look at all these pipes! Okay. Okay.
Somethings.
Yeah. Nah, back out. Damn, this is tough. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, more seeds. Cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and have stripes. Binder. Says DNA extraction instructions. Alright, I guess it's time to look at some of this stuff. Not that. Okay. Guys, I'm not gonna like this.
Well, if we're struggling, I have how to get past it. We gotta give it an honest shot first.
Yeah.
So there should be one more seed.
More seeds here. Round and striped. These look like something you might put specimens in. Ah, we got some saline solution. Sip. Frog. It's Lord Hoppington. We got ethanol inside. Smells like disinfectant. Beakers.
Right, blue.
Oh, okay. Roots. The hell's this? A dead spider? Maybe it's a fake beard. Grandpa had one. Oh, I see. Yeah, There we go. A cylinder full of seeds. They're round and don't have any markings.
Some kind of drain?
Waste tank. Yes. Why'd they put a speaker in here?
We can drain something into that.
Drain ethanol out of that frog.
Oh, I think I know what we do with this. Scalpel. Yeah, lion eating the sun.
I think you have to drain the frog, and then we can cut it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
I don't think we can drain anything else that we found.
Okay, I'll just pour the froggy ethanol in the drain. Set the frog over here.
What about the root?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe... Oh, can we collect that ethanol?
Ah,
nice. And let's cut the frog.
Cut them up. We got instructions for cutting up frogs too.
Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? I don't really have a choice, do I? The poor Lord Hoppington.
I wonder why frog was chosen as the dissecting experience.
A blue gachapon.
It ain't Pokeball.
Lord Hoppington. You left us too soon.
Shut up! Yeah, I guess we're done with that.
I want to see if there was going to be any more drama. Okay.
So what else can we interact with at this
There's
point?
a red pillar thing in the middle of the table.
Okay.
Can we...
Maybe from the other angle?
Yeah, can you? Oh, it doesn't.
No.
Oh, I think probably use a machine and maybe result goes there, maybe. Yeah.
What can we do with it? I'll leave it alone.
So, only thing that's left for us to interact with is that microscopic.
Yeah, we have microscope and then the pipe puzzle.
Yeah.
So I imagine these balls go in... Yeah, okay. Oh, they gotta be colored, filled up, or whatever.
Yeah.
What was in the blue one?
That was nothing.
Alright. Let's look at this. Pulling up notes. So we need to get each one to 1 to 10.
2 long seed and 3 round seed. Okay.
Oh, it was telling you. Oh,
Do I add the seeds now or later? Okay, I guess later.
I'm presuming the 33253 is.
So I imagine I want to get this to. I want to give this 30 parts water, and then 20 in the middle. 50 parts water here, then 30 again. Is that right? Because it's the ratio is 1 to 10.
Oh, that's what I meant. Okay.
Is that how I'm to read that?
So when they were discussing earlier, what do they mean by when the lever is in the middle instead of left and right?
It does equal parts in both, I think. So if it's dropping 40, it'll either drop 40 here, 40 there, or it'll drop 20 to each side.
Yeah. Let's try. Yeah. Let's try some stuff and then let's see where it goes. Experiment.
Yeah, I just gotta think about this before I start moving things.
So you put a lever down. We'll see what the levers even do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that controls the flow of water. So
Yeah.
I think if it's one way, like that, it's blocked.
Oh, we were just talking about this, Andrew.
Yeah. I want to say at least for left 2. I want to say both they're both middle. I want to say. If they actually get divided, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. So 20 this way, 20 and then it gets divided,
10.
so 10 here. That's 30. So this'll be
10 on the right
10.
side, yeah. So the other side has to be 20.
Yeah, we need to get 20 down from the 80.
That's 40.
So 40, 20, okay.
Yeah.
20.
Okay,
Okay, so we're done that. We're dropping 40 this way,
40.
which means we need 10 that way.
That was middle, yeah.
Is this middle everything?
Is it? Let's pull the lever. Pull the lever.
Okay. Alright, pull the fucking lever. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, way to overthink that shit.
Oh.
Alright, so now we need to just figure out what thing to put into what, because we have 5 seeds.
Yeah.
And then with the second set of notes noted what, like, how they reacted.
Uh-huh.
So the next one over.
2 long and 3, yeah.
So long seeds 3. Round is not in yellow or cyan.
Oh no.
So you might want to write this down. None of the marked seeds germinate if put in green.
Can we all just admire my my drawing with
yes.
the analog stick one last time? Okay.
That was a very well drawn.
Alright.
So striped seeds.
Okay, let's go over exactly what kind of seed we have.
So we know long seed we know is in 3 parts. Yeah, let's fill them out.
So we got.
If we examine them, it should say.
Well, these are long and done on markings. I'm gonna need like actual like paper. Like I don't think there's another way. Hang on. I don't think the memo's gonna cut it.
No, God no.
All right, so I'm writing on an envelope that I have in front of me.
So we got 1 long. We got 1 circle with a half fill.
I'm trying to put them in some semblance of order. So we have...
That's clearly striped, vertical down.
Long and striped.
Okay, and then we have 3 round ones. Okay.
Yeah, one's plain round, one's one side, and then striped.
Yeah.
So now with that information, let's look at that second note. So the long seeds are in one of the three. So if it's a 3, the long seeds. Oh wait, no.
No,
long
that's
seeds
not what that
failed
means.
in the 3. Jesus.
Long seeds. Second one, yeah.
The long seeds doesn't equal 3, and there's 2 types of long seed.
Alright, so next to it, I'm putting a 3 and crossing it out.
The round seeds won't work in yellow or cyan. Marked seeds, which are everything except the 2 plain ones, don't work in green. The plain or non-marked seeds did not work with red or yellow. And then striped seeds worked in cyan or blue, but it doesn't tell you which. Oh wait, so when the striped seeds are put in cyan and blue, only one of them fail to germinate. So there's 3 types of striped seeds.
Yes.
No, there's 2. There's long striped and round striped.
Okay. Oh, it's just marked seeds.
Yeah.
There's only 2 striped type seeds, and then there's the one that's just half. I don't know. Whatever you wrote down. Let's look at what colors we have.
Yeah. Let me work on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confusing myself.
Yeah.
Well, to talk about other random things, so we haven't even actually done that.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm turning you guys down.
So, Don and I finished the second movie of Madoka Magica, and she overall enjoyed it. Still didn't particularly care for the lots of crying. That was her only negative complaint of the first movie too. It's just listening to the little girl voice actors crying a lot. Before we watched the second movie, I'm like, there's gonna be a lot more of that. And then I remember that like the OP of the anime just opens with Madoka just crying. So we'll probably watch the third movie at some point before the fourth movie later this year and or early next year. I don't know when. Winter 24. What about you, Jihun? What do you got?
Something.
So I started up Final Fantasy V for the 5th time this summer.
Wow. This summer.
What is wrong with you?
Another Fiesta run, and I'm playing the old, crappy version on PC, the one that was based on the mobile, so that I can play with the extra jobs that are added to the GBA version. So I selected that as an option. Doing a run type I've never done, where it looks crazy on the Fiesta page. I have Classic, which means I can only have jobs from FF1. So that's just Warrior, Monk, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage. That's it. I selected 5th job, so when Kryle joins, I lose one of the jobs and get a new one. And then extra job will give me one of the GBA exclusive jobs, which are Oracle, Cannoneer, and Gladiator. So I'll have to play around with lots of weird shit that I usually don't play around with. I've thus far gotten White Mage and Black Mage. But how busy I've been, that's the only game I've been playing as of late.
Oh, is it? Are things going crazy?
Well, just I've been busy at work. I get home and I'm just tired as fuck, and I just like don't want to do anything.
Oh yeah, because your job is. I feel like there's a up and down, right? I guess that's the most unexpected thing.
I mean, I never know what I'm gonna get. I might get a case that I'm done in just a couple hours. I might get one like this one that's taking me the whole week and I'm still not done. You never know. Also ran a 5K today.
No shit.
Back at it. I like hurt my foot earlier this summer. I'm slowly recovering. I've been running more every morning. I'm kind of pretty much feeling back at 100%. So, in the 5K. Finished 4th for my age group, which means I didn't get a medal because you gotta finish either 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. I did it in 24 minutes, which is pretty good for me. It's about just under 8 minutes per mile. So not an amazing pace, not a terrible pace.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like Kevin thing. I wonder if he can brute force this.
Well, Kevin, you can just keep trying this, and when you want the answer, I can look it up.
Oh, it does say like check. Okay.
I was confusing myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were confusing yourself and confusing the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's a good idea to just turn me down and let me just talk about random other nonsense. So there's 3 marked, but only 2 striped. And then 2 unmarked. 3 round, 2
There's
long.
a couple I'm gonna have to brute force because we just don't seem to have enough info.
Yeah, but you probably figured out a few, and then that produces the total number of it anyway. And I'm sure it'll just be like, no, and then you just try again. But my previous several runs in FF5 went so fast because of the cutscene skip pod, and it's like I had forgotten like how I am just mashing A button through the story sequences, especially early on because there's so many. I'm only just made it to the fire ship in the game, and I took a pause there.
Let's see.
After grinding on wild necks for a little while.
Alright, I'm just gonna check this.
Okay.
Cool. Alright.
Bang! No. One shot!
There's my notes.
Well done, sir.
Nice.
It's nice when you just one-shot it.
Yeah, Pokeball!
Gotcha, Pong. We're missing one? Or we gotta...
I have no idea. I have no idea. Alright. So let's, So what happens if we look in here like this?
No, that won't do anything. Shit. So we gotta fill the remaining 2 somehow, huh?
We gotta put stuff into this thing.
What is this?
Oh! Looks like a blender. Maybe the root?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Time to throw this root in the mixer. Yeah! Oh, okay, we're extracting DNA.
Okay.
Alright. Place plant material in designated blender and activate blender once the material has been thoroughly broken down. Add a... Okay, so saline water. Okay, sure. Alright. Saline.
What's next? What are next?
The liquid will be filtered and dripped down into a beaker. Once it is done so, pour the ethanol into the beaker.
Ethanol in the capsule.
Yeah, the big square thing.
There's ethanol, so that square box thing.
Yeah, the
oh, right, the froggy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Use an empty.
Anything else?
Empty capsule.
Empty capsule. Okay.
So now we got the green.
All right. Astounding. All right.
So there's still one more, but
so we got. Yeah.
Sigma,
so
come here. Oh no! Oh, we got DNA, boys.
Get.
Get.
No, GG. I wonder why you're so knowledgeable with the DNA shit.
Okay, each A has to be connected to a T and each G is connected to a C.
So was that AGTC?
I think you hit the arrow thing next to it.
Oh, okay. Oh god, okay, this is weird. Okay.
I'll just work away from top to bottom.
Also, bottom is untouchable, I guess?
Oh, they auto-touch if you did it right.
Oh!
Just gonna brute force it.
Aha!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once we get one entirely lined up, we just leave that alone, I think. This is fucking easy.
Not for Kevin, apparently. He's struggling right now.
Well, you just keep moving it until you
There
win.
we go.
That's the green password.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we still need the hidden one then.
I wonder if that's like none of them match. Well, no, that's
Well,
how
we
we
still
started.
have a fourth capsule,
Yeah.
We do.
so we gotta fill that in somehow.
So... We had a fourth... Okay, so there are 3 different tables that we did 3 different experiments. Did we use all of them? We missed one, right?
So
Oh, you know what?
There's this black machine back there we never used.
You know what?
and there's this IG replicator.
So the DNA extraction says plant material. We still have a bunch of that.
Okay, okay. Seeds.
Oh.
Put them all in.
Get them in there.
We're done with this.
I was wondering where the seed goes. Okay.
Because we still had the other chemicals too. The,
Yeah. Saline and
alien and ethanol. We gotta do that for each seed, or is that just... Okay.
I think it was all 5 seed, you just said.
Thank goodness.
Hey, some key in there.
Slurp. Yellow. Oh, we just get blue for this. Nice.
No, I think we still have to solve it. Maybe. Let's see.
No, there it
Okay,
is.
nice.
Yeah, that felt good, guys.
This isn't that bad. It's also still early.
Complete. Gold.
Secret.
Hey, drugs. First is map.
It's a map.
Hard keys.
Wonder what Dio's gonna vote.
Gee, I wonder.
A
Journal?
notebook. This is new. A journal in a strange language. Medicine. Axlever. Axe lever? You would say axe lever.
Uh-huh.
The cure for Radical 6.
No, get your hands off, Tio.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Dio. Alright. Whoa.
Whiplash.
Always at the countdowns.
We love
3, 2,
counting
1.
down here.
I stuck the key in the door. Yeah.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Right?
I
Yeah.
was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG. Whatever that is.
Any
Who
ideas?
knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course. This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Damn,
This isn't
roasted.
the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
I wonder if we can use that to copy the cure. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
Is it Instagram?
That's right.
Yeah, Instagram replicator.
Makes sense. On to the second issue.
That's just what AI is.
Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right? The
Yeah?
vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelivir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See? It's written right there in the label. Excelivir.
You really are an idiot. Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose Ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
It's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick Ally?
Fine. Promise.
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well, you know what happens.
I don't want to see Betray first.
See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Theo strutted out of the room.
He's definitely picking Betray. I think he's picked it every time.
Yeah, I mean...
Are you really going
kind
to
of his
do what
whole
he
thing.
says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose Ally, and he chooses Betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1, and that means I'll get
But
penalized.
that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will. Quark will.
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response.
I'd actually forgotten how low our score had gotten at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until...
Oh, it's Dio every time, isn't it, too?
Polling closes.
They're opening it on the second
Sorry.
go.
I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio.
Oh no, Dio da!
In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi. And, of course, Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest
They're
of
in
them?
the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
I
How's he
see.
doing?
Well, it's hard to say.
Oh, I wanted to say, after editing together that sequence with Shenmue 2 in the elevators, that was funny as fuck.
Oh god, that button, like, what floor we have to go? Oh, that was fucking torture.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to shave a few more seconds off of it and see if I can do it while still keeping the story intact. But
I wonder if it's possible to just keep their reaction. Oh my god, what floor are we going now, or something?
yeah,
Just
but yeah, it's too long as it is now, but it's really funny. It's really fucking funny.
He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
I see.
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Phi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice Kay and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
What a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Okay then. Guess we should be going
Hold
to...
on. Show me that journal first.
Huh!
Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. You said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 to the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or a root of 6 seconds, have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Oh, okay. Radical is another term for what's known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a root of a power.
Yep.
Okay. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is, as of yet, no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason will become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we've been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Oh, is this like another fucking game within the game that we're playing? We have to figure out who Zero is. We have to figure out who's the golem, and now we have to figure out which one of us is immune to Rad 6.
Layers upon layers.
Like onions.
Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It's my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day, I see more crows and rats everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who've grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Nice paraphrase, Fi.
Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Axelavir that cures
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters, which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
We're getting a lot of answers on this path. And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the Nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
That's exactly the point.
Yeah, you're right.
The exact reason.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And with that, she was gone. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off towards the infirmary. How's he doing?
Seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see.
I see.
Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Fi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for a moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives are at stake. Mine and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance that I would end up dead. The question was then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little, and then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly, my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
What are you gonna pick first?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling.
I'll let you guys vote on my vote.
All players, please enter your votes.
You two can have your own Ambidex game.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed,
Betray!
any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Temioji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go. Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Temioji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
that he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Accelavir from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose ally no matter what, but a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see.
I see.
Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the gachapon, boys. Where is it? Where is it?
Right.
Oh, I didn't get to hear it. Did it not work? Damn.
It's
oh
broken
well.
again.
What will
Probably
you guys be
probably as an
choosing then?
update.
Ally, of course. I,
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Are you crying?
Oh,
I was just heavily delayed.
What the fuck? Are you crying?
I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there!
Kay continued briskly towards the AB room, as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into their third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot towards the second room from the right, and they were soon out of sight inside it. All right, Clover, time for us to go.
Right behind you.
Very different situation this time with Clover.
Yeah, I wonder if she's going to try to seduce us again. I sighed to myself and headed towards the leftmost AB room.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chose Ally and we chose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. The only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe you won't, but I can guarantee that it'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran towards the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, boys, what are we doing first?
Betray.
I presume Betray is a game over. That's why I want to see that first.
Alright.
Also, it's so
Round
counter to
2
everything.
of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You bitch.
Hey
Oh,
there,
Kate,
Kay.
Kate wins. I didn't even think about
know what?
that. I was so focused
You know
on
what
our
this
decision.
means?
It's yeah.
He totally overpowered Alice. Okay.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose Betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the Excelivir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he had planned to do. No, don't. I leapt towards him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched a vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
Gah! I had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! Grah! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward, only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was 5.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for...
Look at the number 9 door.
Kay.
Hey,
Kay was indeed
was
standing in
backstabber.
front of the door. What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly, we were all running toward Kay in the number 9 door. Kay, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action.
Yeah.
What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
Despite him betraying us several times, I also see his logic.
Yeah.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
There's one small problem though, is there's probably not like a real, there's not a hospital to call.
Right.
Probably.
Escaping means nothing. It
Yeah.
seems.
Where's
Knowing what
Alice?
we know, yeah.
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at K, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Oh, just game going. Okay.
Game over, yeah.
It's usually like a little bit between the characters there.
I feel like this is probably a good opening for us to take our break.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a little on the early side, but yeah, we can just have a long one next recording.
That's cool.
Okay. All right. It's been fun. Dio fucks everyone over again. Same with Kay, kind of. Good
Well,
times.
Dio is at least a bad guy, but like Kay is making a logical decision, which
Yeah.
is not beneficial to all.
Yeah, I understand Kay.
I'm curious what happens when we choose ally there, though, because we know he's picking betray. That's happening.
I have, so he'll also get 9 BP, and yeah, I don't think there's a good ending this route, and that's okay, you know. We'll
Find
see.
out shortly.
Yeah. Okay. See you in the next one. Find out then.
So long.